This video is about the Ballade in G minor by Edvard Grieg. I will explain the most important things about the work and the composer. Edvard Grieg composed the Ballade in G minor, Op. 24, in 1875. The work was written at a time when Grieg was intensively studying Norwegian folk music and trying to integrate it into his own musical language. The ballad is based on the Norwegian folk ballad Den Nordlandske Bondestand, the North Country Peasantry, which deals with the oppression of the peasants by the nobility. Grieg used the melody of this ballad as the basis for his piano work and created a series of variations from it. The Ballade in G minor is designed as a cycle of variations and consists of a theme and 14 variations. The theme is first presented in its simple, folk-like form. In the following variations, it is changed, expanded, and embellished in a variety of ways. Grieg uses various compositional techniques such as figuration, ornamentation, counterpoint, and harmonic changes. The variations are linked by transitions and form a closed form. The work ends with an extended coda in which the theme is heard once again in its original form. The Ballade in G minor is characterized by a great variety of musical characters and moods. The theme itself has a melancholy, almost plaintive character that shapes the basic mood of the work. However, other emotions are also expressed in the variations, from lyrical intimacy to dance-like liveliness and dramatic passion. Grieg succeeds in seamlessly blending the various moods, creating a cohesive and expressive overall picture. The ballad is a deeply romantic work that expresses a longing for nature and a connection with folk culture. The Ballade in G minor places high demands on the pianist's abilities. Grieg uses a wide range of piano techniques to shape the work's different characters and moods. These include rapid runs, chordal passages, leaps, octave passages, and polyphonic structures. The variations are particularly challenging, with the theme in the left hand and virtuoso figurations in the right hand. The performer must have excellent finger dexterity and a differentiated touch to express the subtleties of the music. A special feature of the Ballade in G minor is its harmonic and melodic structure. Grieg uses a chromatically enriched harmony that often alternates between major and minor, creating a floating, ambiguous mood. The melody is inspired by Norwegian folk music and is characterized by wide intervallic leaps, modal turns, and ornamental embellishments. Grieg makes full use of the possibilities of piano harmony, creating a dense, colorful tapestry of sound. At the same time, the music always remains transparent and clear, so that the individual voices clearly stand out. The Ballade in G minor is one of Grieg's most important piano works and has lost none of its fascination since its creation. It is regularly performed in concert halls and has inspired numerous pianists to explore Grieg's music. The ballad is considered a key work of Norwegian national romanticism and a prime example of the fusion of folk and art music. It helped to establish Grieg's reputation as a major piano composer and paved the way for his international breakthrough. To this day, the ballade remains a fixture of the piano repertoire and a work that fascinates audiences and performers alike. When composing the Ballade in G minor, Grieg drew inspiration from a range of musical influences and role models. One important influence was Norwegian folk music, which he had become familiar with through his friendship with the violinist Ole Bull. Grieg studied the melodies and rhythms of folk songs and tried to integrate them into his own musical language. Another influence was the German composer Robert Schumann, whose piano works Grieg greatly admired. Schumann's influence can be seen in the poetic structure and romantic expression of the ballad. The music of Franz Liszt and Frédéric Chopin also had a formative influence on Grieg's piano style. The Ballade in G minor occupies a central position in Grieg's oeuvre. It marks a high point in his works for solo piano and is an example of his ability to combine folkloristic elements with the means of art music. The ballad also represents Grieg's efforts to develop a specifically Norwegian musical language and thus contribute to the formation of a national identity. In its combination of lyrical intimacy and dramatic passion, the ballad is a deeply personal work that provides insight into Grieg's emotional world and his artistic convictions. It has a firm place in Grieg's piano oeuvre and is often considered his most important work for this instrument. Interpreting the ballad in G minor requires a deep understanding of Grieg's musical language and his aesthetic ideals. The performer must convincingly shape the work's various characters and moods and master the technical challenges without neglecting the musical message. A particular challenge lies in combining the folk elements of the music with pianistic virtuosity, thus creating a coherent overall interpretation. It is important to carefully shape the tempos, dynamics, and agogics, and to emphasize the phrasing and articulation of the melody.